organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
On this edition of Daily Iowan TV,
Death by diet drinks. A new University of Iowa study says those drinks may not be as healthy as advertised.
It's finally feeling like spring outside. I'll have the full forecast coming up.
And in sports, has Iowa's baseball's hot streak come to an end?
all that and much more next.
Daily Iowan TV is ready to go.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Mary LaPlaca.
And I'm Hannah Thompson.
The Rwanda genocide that terrorized the nation for 100 days began 20 years ago today. The mass killing was caused by a complex conflict between the Tutsi and Hutu ethnic groups. Over 1 million Rwandans were estimated to be killed during the genocide. Rwanda held a very emotional public ceremony today to remember those who died 20 years ago. The memorial included a reenactment and speeches focusing on the remembrance, but also avoiding future conflict. The Rwandan genocide is a complex issue involving a long history. A UI student organization advocating for Africa called One says students need to take note.
I hope that this week people take the time to understand the situation, do the research, talk to people, and try to understand really what happened so that this kind of thing never happens again.
The life expectancy in the African nation has doubled since the genocide, reaching 60 years of age. The economy has also bounced back, growing about 8% each year.
A woman in the neighboring town of North Liberty is in jail after stealing over $100,000 from her employer. 59-year-old Peggy Ashby took money almost daily from CarePro Liberty Pharmacy between December 2012 and March 2014. Ashby has been charged with first-degree theft and ongoing criminal conduct. Those charges are a Class C felony and a Class B felony, respectively.
This month marks the 35th year anniversary of air care service at UI hospitals and clinics. The Air and Mobile Critical Unit made their first flight in 1979 and was one of the first 15 hospitals in the nation to fly in patients. Air care pilots average about 2 flights to and from the hospital per day, totaling over 25,000 patients in the 35-year history of the program.
Death by Diet Coke. You wouldn't think that's possible, but our own Jordan Mickle find out why cutting down on those calories through diet drinks might not be the best option.
For many students, caffeinated beverages can be a daily routine. But according to UI researchers, women who drink 2 or more diet drinks a day may increase the risk of heart disease, including a heart attack or even a stroke.
We know that there is some information to indicate that when you consume diet soft drinks, that indeed you may change the way in which appetite functions. Maybe you become more hungry, so that you're eating more calories, which certainly can have an effect on cardiovascular disease.
Through observing over 60,000 middle-aged women, they suggest while these drinks may help those avoid more dangerous and sugary sodas, they can also cause heart problems and do not attribute to weight loss. So next time you're craving a caffeine boost, they suggest leaving the diet drinks alone and to choose a healthier option. Jordan Mickle, Daily Iowan TV.
Chewing gum. New statistics show that the sticky stack has actually been losing its appeal in the United States. Since 2009, gum sales have plummeted downward 11%, according to market researcher Euromonitor International. While it's unclear what caused this decrease in the past 4 years, there are many factors that might contribute to chewing gum's downfall, including a rise in the popularity of candies and mints or the unappealing nature in business meetings or romantic settings. One UI career advisor noted gum's impact in the work environment, saying, "We advise students not to chew gum, period, except in the privacy of their own home and certainly not in a work setting." And within the next 5 years, Euromonitor International estimates that gum sales will plunge another 4%.
Much more still coming your way on Daily Iowan TV.
Concerts for campaigning. Find out how one hopeful Johnson County official is getting creative with campaigning. Tonight's political alert coming up.
And in sports, Iowa track back in action over the weekend.
But first, let's send it over to our own Megan Horehand in the Daily Iowan TV weather studio. Megan, is it going to stay nice the entire week?
Thanks, guys. I'm just as excited as you guys are about this beautiful weather today, and I'm happy to say that once we get past tomorrow, the high temps will continue throughout the week. Tomorrow, the day will start out at 43 degrees with partly cloudy skies. However, those will clear out for sun by the afternoon with a high of 53 degrees. By the evening, temps will drop back down to 44 degrees. Taking a look at the rest of the week, the temperatures will not drop below 60 degrees. Sunny skies will be interrupted with a few clouds on Thursday and Friday. However, by Saturday, the sun will be shining and temps are looking to reach 73 degrees. Sunday, there is a 90% chance of rain. That's all I have for your weather forecast. Enjoying some of these temperatures, and maybe by Saturday we can pull out our shorts. Back to you guys at the desk.
And now for a look at what's happening beyond Iowa. 15 victims are dead today after a roadside bombing in Afghanistan. The explosion came shortly after a previous suicide bombing on a main road. Due to that attack resulting road blockages, the roadside bombers chose a side road to attack. There were also 4 other people severely wounded in this incident. No deaths were reported from the earlier suicide bombing.
A Texas woman was arrested after calling police to complain about the poor quality of her marijuana. An officer from the city of Lufkin went to the home of Evelyn Hamilton, where she told police the dealer of her marijuana refused to return her money after she said the drug was unsatisfactory. The 37-year-old was charged with possession of drug paraphernalia. And now we'll toss it over to our own Reed Chandler for this week's edition of Political Alert. This week we profile a candidate for Johnson County Attorney and his out-of-the-ordinary campaign strategy. Reed?
That's right, Hannah. You may have noticed this weekend plenty of music blaring through Iowa City as part of the Mission Creek Festival. One concert in the pedestrian mall, though, was not affiliated with the festival. Instead, it had a political agenda. Daily Iowan TV's Gabriella Dunn stopped by to find both entertainment and information on an out-of-the-box candidate.
Now, come I love you. When you get on my nerves, what I can do.
Having a concert for a political campaign is a bit out of the box for traditional Johnson County election, but that was just the idea for County Attorney candidate John Zimmerman.
Folks who are attracted to live music tend to be more likely to be supportive of my campaign. That's a good demographic for me.
On Saturday, the Democratic candidate hosted a day-long concert to gain attention from younger voters. Even though Zimmerman is getting a lot of attention from students here in the Ped Mall, he's facing tough competition against his opponent, Janet Linus, who has held the position as county attorney for the past 8 years. Zimmerman and Linus are both Democrats running for the position, but Linus says her background of experience and work in the county attorney's office set her apart as candidate for a 3rd term.
It's very easy for somebody to say, oh, well, you should do this, this, and this, and not really have any idea whether that's been tried or not.
Linus says that she has been working to address the issues in Johnson County, but Zimmerman isn't satisfied with the work she's done so far.
For people who are satisfied with how things are done now, then she is your candidate. But so I am the candidate who's proposing some pretty significant changes.
While voter turnout for students is typically low for county elections, Zimmerman said he's going to have 6 more events in the Ped Mall to reach an audience that he says is vital to his campaign. Gabriella Dunn, Daily Iowan TV.
Early voting for the elections will start on Thursday, April 24th, and the primary election date is set for June 3rd. Back to you.
Thanks, Reed. A disappointing day on the mound for Iowa baseball team.
Yes, that's right. And our own Alyssa Bergamini and Rachel Bedell are standing by in the Daily Iowan TV sports studio, ready to take it away with everything black and gold.
That's right, ladies. A baseball-heavy program for you on this Monday evening as Iowa wraps up their 3-game series against Indiana. Alongside Rachel Bedell, I'm Alyssa Bergamini.
We'll hear what head coach Rick Heller and players had to say post-game, but first we have all the highlights from today's loss.
Iowa baseball may have started out their season on top, but they found themselves down against the Hoosiers.
That's right, Alyssa. Iowa unable to get things done against the reigning Big Ten champs with their first time being swept this season. Our own Jalen Socek has the highlights. Jalen?
Iowa versus Indiana in Game 3 of the series in a slightly windy Dwayne Banks Field Monday afternoon. Indiana already taking the first 2 games looking for a sweep over the Hawks. Tyler Payton taking the mound to start this one for Iowa. It'll be a slow first couple of innings offensively, but Iowa will be the first one on the scoreboard in this one. Nick Rossetti driving in Nick Day before being thrown out, trying to stretch it into a double in the 5th inning. 7 innings under wrap. That'll do it for Payton, exiting after allowing only 5 hits and a run. Pitch reliever Tyler Redke now taking the mound. He'll struggle against the Hoosiers. It was a big inning in the 8th for Indiana, bringing a total of 5 runners home to take the lead over the Hawks. Iowa trying to make things interesting in the bottom of the 9th with bases loaded. Eric Toole with an infield single RBI. Score now 5-2. Then a sacrifice fly for Rossetti. That puts the score 5-3. Iowa's rally falls short after a flyout from Jake Mangler. Indiana takes this one and the series sweep 5-3. Jalen Socek, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
The loss marks Iowa's 5th straight Big Ten loss, but head coach Rick Heller and squad feeling that they didn't play up to their potential.
Today was different in the sense that we kind of made our own bed today. We didn't play very well. The last 2 days they just kind of beat us, and strung together some hits and hit some home runs. And, I guess big difference for me was I didn't feel like that they earned it so much today.
No, they had a good mix today. I think we got a little out of our zone a little bit. We chased a few of the curveballs from that first lefty, tried to run his pitch count up, and we just didn't get hits with guys in scoring position today.
I was just trying to throw strikes, main objective, make them hit it, and that was the game plan. I didn't want to walk anybody, give up my free bases, and all 3 of my pitches were working for strikes, so it just felt good.
Heller's squad will be back in action tomorrow at Dwayne Banks Field. They'll be taking on Kansas in the first of 2 games at 6 p.m. Both track and field teams split up for 2 meets this weekend, the women in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and some of the men's squad at the Stanford Invitational in California.
Team scores not taken at either meet, but still a good performance from the Hawks. We'll toss it over to our own Daily Iowan TV sports reporter, Taylor Axelson, who is out at Krensmeyer Track Facility to fill us in on how the teams performed.
Hey Rachel and Alyssa, I'm out here. I know you're jealous. It's a gorgeous day, and the team is finally practicing outside here at Krensmeyer Track and Field. So the women's this past weekend on Saturday broke the 4x4 relay. Alexis Guster, Alexis Hernandez, Montaylor Holder, and Lake Quaza all were part of this amazing team, and they're all excited for what's coming. I got to talk to Montaylor Holder to see what she had to say about winning 3 titles this past weekend.
It was just very overwhelming at first. It was exciting. I mean, both relays did so well, and then I came a long way in the 400 hurdles, so it was a confidence booster.
The relay team has a lot to look forward to this season, and we all can't wait to see what they can do. This is Taylor Axelson, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
That's all we have time for this evening. The men's NCAA championship game is going on right now. Alyssa, who do you got?
I think I'm going to go with Kentucky. I like the Harrison brothers. How about you?
I don't really know. I don't really like either, so I'm going Duke for next year.
Next year.
Be sure to tune in to tomorrow's program where we'll have more about that game and an extended look at Iowa baseball. Hannah Mary, back to you at the desk right after this.
Iowa SJMC.
Want a major that'll take you somewhere?
I joined and now I'm in Los Angeles, California, interning for Conan O'Brien at Warner Brothers Studios.
I joined and now I'm working in public relations for diabetes research.
SJMC.
Thanks, Rachel. And only with Daily Iowan TV can you get a sneak peek into tomorrow's pages of the Daily Iowan.
Aid for the animals. Find out why the Iowa City Animal Shelter is becoming more costly to maintain and what the Iowa City City Council plans to do about it.
And Students for Sustainability, read about the Open Party's plans for sustainability as part of their UISG campaign.
Well, that's your latest edition of Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to check us out at the same time tomorrow or anytime online at dailyiowan.com.
Thanks for watching and have a great night.